Hi everyone, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Hope my content helps you understand planetary energies and make informed decisions in your life. Please remember that I use the sidereal zodiac. A birth time is necessary to find your ascendant. But if you don't have your birth time, check your sidereal moon sign and use that sign as your ascendant. For example, if you have a sidereal Leo moon, you can check the analysis for Leo risings. Before I begin, note the condition of your natal Mercury, that is, whether it's retrograde or direct. If it is retrograde, it will be labeled as R in your natal chart. It is my personal opinion that a natal planet in retrograde motion gives different results than a natal direct motion. Maybe I'll talk about this in a future video dedicated to this natal placement. Sidereal Aries rising. Your ascendant Lord Mars transits your third house this month. Any pending or delayed travel might just happen this month. Everything may begin to move slowly at first and then swiftly. Expect communication channels to open up too. Any email that you had been waiting for may arrive before the 23rd. If you are working on a passion project or a business venture, expect back and forth communication between you and the parties involved regarding the finer details. You may have to focus on the operations part of the business and problem solve or troubleshoot in your daily routine towards the end of the month. Those who have kids may find the kids falling briefly ill with seasonal illnesses. Something that was overlooked or missed back in March, April may resurface again this month to be addressed. This could be either related to your health or finance or a legal dispute. If your mother has been keeping ill, her health could worsen in mid-September. This could also be a past health problem re-emerging. If you're waiting on an important legal document required for foreign travel, like a visa, you may learn of its status this month. It might not be what you hoped for, but it may give you clarity on the next step. This could be an added expense that you did not budget. So you may need to make a choice whether to proceed with your travel plans and invest more effort and resources to solving the travel issue or to abandon the plan. As all planets are in mutable signs, there could be lack of clarity on what is the best course of action and whether that action could lead to favorable outcomes. As Saturn is still retrograding, you might face events and situations where you're addressing same old issues back from March, April 2024. So park all new ideas or new projects until your ascendant Lord enters the 4th house on the 21st of October, because it will give you the opportunity to filter out unrealistic ideas and implement only those that are practical. So let this month be the space for discussing, conversing, brainstorming, and postpone the action and decision making for October. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Taurus risings. Your Lagna Lord transits your 5th house for the first half of the month and enters the 6th house thereafter. This is a busy month focused on finances. If you work in finance, then this could be a month which is productive and fruitful, especially in the last 7 days. If you're working in sales, then the more you hustle in the first 20 days, it could lead to more sales in the last week. Some of you may be required to travel domestically for your job or business. The month could have a stop and go kind of energy where you might feel unable to take decisions, either because you don't have all the information or because of factors outside your control. Although you have Jupiter transiting your first that protects you from health problems, yet there could be ups and downs in resources that stressed you out this month. Some of you could be confused about where to put your effort or what is your next step. Your resources may also be a limiting factor in your future goals. There could be clarity in the week leading up to the eclipse regarding what is realistically possible to achieve and what isn't. These desires could be related to purchasing a home or relocating, or regarding your children, your marriage, your romantic relationships, or your career. Some of you may attract opportunities through your network circles that could help you supplement your income. Maybe you receive a job offer that requires you to work from home. If you're married and have not been keeping a track of your shopping, note that there could be arguments or conflict with your spouse or partner about your spending patterns this month. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Gemini Rising. This group can breathe a sigh of relief. Your Ascendant Lord finally began direct motion in the last few days of August, although it's still retracing past steps, so it may seem as if a few things from the past are still wrapping up. Yet, most of you may feel more optimistic and hopeful. You could be very chatty and social this month, preferring to engage and mingle with others in all sorts of social settings, one-to-one or in a group or at work or in your community gatherings. Be mindful to take turns to talk. As of today, Mercury is transiting your second house, and you could be focused on your finances. Maybe trying to take stock of your bank account to see what's possible for travel, possible budget for travel. Soon it will re-enter your third house, where a travel plan from the past could get revived. Some of you could have brief illnesses like high fever with migraine or seasonal colds. Those of you who are students could find this month particularly favorable for memorization and an ability to focus for extended periods of time. If you've been working on a project or initiative, whether it is to do with your property or at work, you will receive clarity on its status sometime mid-month. This clarity could help you decide whether to go ahead or whether it's better to abandon the plan. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Cancer Rising. There is an undeniable inner restlessness this month that could surface in the way you think, speak, and act. You may find clarity on a past opportunity or idea from back in March or April. This idea could have been related to your income within the context of your professional life or business or college degree. This clarity will help you make necessary changes in that area of your life, so that you can take action towards achieving your long-term personal and business goals. More importantly, you are likely to be focused on what you need to do, irrespective of external factors. However, given Ketu is transiting your third house, you may feel detached and indifferent about your goals, and you may not have the energy or the desire to pursue them. You're more likely to float in your comfortable dream world and may forget the necessary steps required to achieve your desires. If you take this path, do note that if you don't pay attention to the details, the outcome may not be what you expect. What was delayed and stuck back in August may restart in September. If you had been planning a vacation for a while and something or the other hindered it, you may go on that vacation this month with friends or with family members. If you have been planning a meetup with friends and it didn't materialize in August, this is the month that you may meet them. Your creative pursuits may keep you occupied in the last 15 days. If you're a business owner, you may be working silently on a project behind the scenes. If you are an employee, you may be working from home. If you're a student, you may find this month particularly favorable. If you're a parent of a school going or college going child, your kids may be absorbed and stressed out because of their daily routine and could be uncommunicative. Reach out and stay in touch with them to ensure their mental well being. As Saturn continues to transit your 8th house in retrograde, you may find your career to be stagnating in some way. If you enjoy what you do for work, continue investing your effort and time. And it will pay off once Saturn emerges into the 9th house after April 2025. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Leo Rising. This group has been going through a challenging time this past year. What with Saturn transiting your 7th and being inimical with your Lagna Lord Sun, this transit could have been depressing, demotivating, and could have dimmed the Leonine capacity for joy. However, with Jupiter transiting your 10th house, most of you would experience a bit of luck and opportunity in your career or your vocation or your life, which gives you that sense of purpose and meaning. So even though you may have been suffering through health problems this year, transiting Jupiter would soften the blow of your health issues. Follow your doctor's advice and listen to their guidance, even though you may not agree with them wholeheartedly. Take a second or third opinion if you feel your concerns aren't being heard or outright dismissed. This month could see some of you spending on medical tests or visits to the doctor. Others of you could be in high spirits as you possibly have a very active social life. Those of you working a 9 to 5 job could see ups and downs in your workplace, possibly influenced by changes in management or bosses, or changes in the mode of working, like working remote or hybrid. Some of you could benefit from studying more, taking more certifications or higher degrees, as long as it's financially feasible and you have the time or the inclination for it. Others of you could benefit from relocating to a city with better career or social or health opportunities. For example, moving from a cold weather city to a warmer one, which helps reduce your seasonal allergies. If you are parents of adult children, your children may struggle a little bit at work this month, but it's a favorable career period for them, so don't stress too much about their future. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you may be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see Sidereal Virgo Rising. The first half of the month would seem quieter and more reflective than the second half. For Virgo Rising, September has the feel of some aspects of your life which come to a natural end, and some aspects of your life may have new beginnings. For most of you, these endings and beginnings could be tied to your love life or your business or your career, or all three. This is very individual, but most of you may have a theme of closing up and ending something that was started back in March or April. As your Ascended Lord begins direct motion on the 29th of August, you may feel like you aren't fighting past memories or your own thoughts anymore. Your thoughts and words may begin aligning. And if there were any misunderstandings, you may have the opportunity to resolve them peacefully towards the end of the month. The last 10 days of the month are favorable, so use this window of opportunity wisely. A little humility and sincerity from your side could help others forgive you and allow the relationship, whether in business or professional or love, to heal. Some of you may have badly miscalculated a risk in love or business or career, and it could have led to additional burdens for you. This would look different for each of you depending on your natal placements. Some of you could have relocated far away from home for a job and are possibly regretting that decision because it's not paying you well, and you may be experiencing financial restriction. Others of you may have made a firm commitment to your partner and are rethinking that decision. Still, others of you may have initiated something in your workplace or in business which has not given you the results you were hoping for, as it could have led to financial losses. The first half of this month could be spent in trying to figure out how to solve past mistakes. If you were responsible for the misunderstandings in the past, then you know what you need to do. Or if you weren't responsible, then you may need to find a way to forgive that other person. But take care not to base your future action on past memories or traumas. Be aware that past patterns can be broken and people can change. So a little bit of optimism and faith in yourself will be the key. At the same time, let your realistic and practical attitude decide what's best for you and others in the long term. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Libra rising. This is a relatively quiet first half of the month for most of Libra risings. The second half after the eclipse may see most of the action. Generally, most of you could be immersed in your day-to-day work or routine, and your bandwidth may be maxed out dealing with the challenges of daily life. As your ascendant Lord Venus transits the 12th in the first half, you could be more reflective. You may enjoy solitude and even retreat from social life in some way. However, for a small group of you, especially those who plan to relocate overseas for work or higher education, the first 20 days of this month could see you either moving for work or considering relocation for your education or job. Whether you're actually relocating or just toying with the idea of relocation, all could happen silently in the background. If you're in this small group who is wavering or confused about your decision, you may receive answers to your questions this month. These answers could come through non-traditional channels such as an offhand remark by someone at work who is talking about the challenges of living overseas or difficulties obtaining a visa, etc. So you could receive clarity and insights about your future plans in the most hidden and mysterious ways, as long as you keep an open mind and alert ears. Some of you could simply be traveling abroad with your spouse or partner for pleasure. Those of you who are trying to conceive and have not been successful, this is a favorable month to approach a medical professional for help, and you may find the answers you seek. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Scorpio rising. The first half of the month could be a favorable period for most of you with regards to your professional life or career. However, there is a slight possibility of a professional setback. This professional setback could be a result of your own poor choices or decisions from the past. You could have a contract, an agreement, a verbal commitment from the past show its results this month. This could be favorable in the long run as long as you are willing to reflect and learn from your mistakes. Some of you could have your hidden health problems become public knowledge through spreading of rumors or gossip. Or you could end up blurting things about yourself that should remain private. So be very vigilant about what you say in public in September. Those of you with children might find this month to be bittersweet as your children head off to college. If you're actively dating, then you may meet someone through an online platform. However, this could be a very transient connection. As Saturn continues to transit your fourth, you may be faced with the choice to relocate due to professional reasons or because your home needs extensive repairs or renovation. This relocation could take place anytime in the next 6 months, if you haven't already relocated, that is. If you don't wish to relocate, then prepare to invest time, effort, and money to repair plumbing or roofing or replace fixtures, power cables, or make structural changes to make your home livable and safe. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Sagittarius Rising. Sagittarius risings have had to deep dive into your daily habits and get your health in order these past few months. And this theme of being mindful of your diet continues through this year. When I say diet, I mean what you absorb through your food as well as your ears and eyes. So, being mindful of what you eat, what you watch, and what you read, and what you think every single day. July, August could have had a few health issues that may have emerged rather suddenly. As Mars transits into your 7th house, your health issues may calm down and give you a respite. Your work life and family life may have been facing ups and downs, and this will come a full circle around mid-September. If you had been waiting on an inheritance or the exact share of your inheritance, you may know of this information in mid-September. If you were considering remodeling your home, then you may know the detailed cost of doing so. If your mother's health has its ups and downs, you may know the full extent of her health issues. If you are waiting on a bonus or a promotion, you may receive that too, depending on your natal placements. Your motivation levels may do a dance where you're highly motivated one day and make huge breakthroughs, and other days you could be very uninspired. Those who are married could experience petty fights and arguments with your partners because of their work-related duties and responsibilities that occupy much of their time. Your partner could also be traveling for work, and this could drive a wedge between you both. But overall, it's a net positive month with a few instances of conflict or tension that will disappear just as quickly as they appeared. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Capricorn Rising. Your ascendant or Lagna Lord is transiting retrograde in your 2nd house. So your mind could be preoccupied with organizing, consolidating your assets, whether it's a stock portfolio, real estate, or actual money in the bank, and taking stock of your liabilities. You could be revising your investment strategy, or documenting your expenses, or considering diversifying your portfolio. Those of you who invest in the stock market could see a dip and then gains by the middle of the month. Be cautious and do your due diligence before investing in high-risk stocks. Most of you could be busy with number crunching in some way on a daily basis, either as a part of your work or because you are in the process of buying, selling an asset such as a property. If you're married and both you and your partner have invested your joint wealth wisely, then your joint wealth may see a sudden change between mid to late September. This is the opportunity to decide whether you wish to formulate a new plan based on the new information available or continue with the same plan. For those of you who have been wanting to travel to spiritual or meditative retreats, may do so this month. However, pay attention to the finer details of your travel before you head out the door. For example, if you're driving to your destination, service your vehicle before you set out. If you're flying, ensure you land at your destination at a reasonable hour and book your rental car well in advance. If you're a researcher, this is a favorable month for R&D. If you're a parent, expect some struggles in your children settling down in their academic routine, so support them as necessary. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hoping to see you next month. Sidereal Aquarius rising. Although this month is slightly stressful with regards to sudden changes in your home environment, those changes are a blessing in disguise. You folks are being Trojan horsed into making sweeping changes across your home, finances, and career. First off, your Ascendant Lord transiting your Ascendant is a net positive, although your mental temperament could be serious and cautious. If any of you needed to lose weight for better health, Saturn is going to help you achieve that weight loss. Your mental efforts and initiatives are going towards developing your professional networks this month. You could be exploring your community, making new friends, and expanding your social circle. Your home life is also likely to be comfortable and supportive, despite the sweeping changes that I mentioned earlier. The only dampener to an overall positive month could be your spouse or partner's health. If your spouse or partner has been suffering from a long-term health issue, a resolution or clarity could emerge sometime in September. It is likely to involve medical expenses and require recuperation of some sort at home. So be mentally prepared for this possibility. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on subscribe as you will be notified every time I post videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month. Sidereal Pisces rising. There are a few important messages for this group. If you're married, take long walks with your spouse where you talk over joint plans for the future. If you're unmarried and live with other family members, start a new workout habit that keeps you active and busy. These measures are to avoid the high possibility of friction, arguments, and conflicts this month. Second, you or your spouse might experience health issues in the first half that require a few visits with the doctor. Don't ignore it and persist in getting to the root of the issue. If a doctor is dismissive of your health problems, find one that is supportive and wants to help you get healthy. As Saturn continues to transit into your 12th house, grab every opportunity to stay in solitude as it could possibly help you de-stress and relax. There could be a push-pull between what you want to do and what you need to do. You may want to mingle and interact with others, but you could be forced to stay at home because of your health. In such cases, always choose your health. If you're a parent, you could gain clarity on a particular struggle that your child has been facing with regards to his or her work or his education. This clarity will help clear out any confusion that you may have had at the beginning of the year and help you make plans for the future. That's all I have for you today. If you find my content helpful, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified every time I post new videos. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next month.